Hey guys, Miguel here with tsportline, back with another video on our DIY wrap kit for the Tesla Cybertruck. Let's get started. First, we're gonna clean, again with alcohol. We're gonna clean the whole surface and the edges. Again, the edges are one of the most important things to do. Spray your rag and wipe. You want to use your tool again to get the edges. Back here. This part you can get with your fingers. And we're gonna open the door to get this part. Don't forget to get underneath on this section. Let's get this section with our tool. Okay, close the door. And we're gonna do our final wipe down with our tack cloth. Okay, before we lay the film down, we need to mask the edge of the door so that we can tuck in the material easier. So you want to get right on the edge of the door. All the way down. There you go. All right. Now have your film ready and your magnets. roll. Place it on. Put your magnet on top. You can unroll the rest of it. Place your magnet again on this side. All right, so now we can align it, make sure everything's nice and flat. So you want to have your material completely flat. Right here we have a wrinkle that's going on. So what you want to do is you want to push it all the way to the edge, pick up your magnet and lay it flat. And then you put the magnet on there again. Okay, so now we have a flat surface to work with. Now it's time to align all of our corners. All right, so you want to pick up the corner and remove about an inch to an inch and a half of the film away from your backing, and you want to cut with your scissors. Then you want to align your corner as close as possible to where you want it to be. The magnets being on there help you slide the film to wherever you need it to be. So that's perfectly on the corner right there. So we'll stick that on there. That corner's ready. Okay, so now let's do this corner. Same deal, peel back about an inch to an inch and a half. Cut your backing. And align your corner where you want it to be. Again, the magnets let you slide the film however you need it. We're good right here. That's perfect. Okay, now that we got our corners aligned, we have to make sure all of our edges are aligned. So just double check that by going on each edge, and making sure you're covering past the edge. All right, we're good to go. Now we're gonna use our masking tape to make our hinge so that we can start peeling this vinyl and start laying it down. This one you have to stick it to the back of the tailgate. All right. Move your magnets down. And you have to unstick this corner and this one. Fold this down right about to where the body line is. Move your magnet right here. And now we can start peeling the backing away from the material. Take your time, go slowly. Okay. Try to get as straight of a line as possible. And now we're gonna cut our backing about an inch on top of this line that we created. Pull down a little bit more. All right, we're good there. Now let's cut our backing. Again, try to get a line as straight as possible. Now get your squeegee, and we're ready to install this. You want to pick the vinyl up. Don't let it stick on back to itself. Make sure you hold it, but you're not pulling. You're literally just lifting it up and laying it back down. Okay. Now you want to do the same thing we did with aligning the corners. Go. Same thing back here. Line your corner up. All right. Put it right there. And we're going to start laying it from the middle towards the outside. From the middle towards the outside on this side too. All right. Now you can start overlapping your strokes so you don't have any air left over. Let's go back and forth. Don't worry if you have any leftover bubbles. The material has air release technology, so you could push any of those bubbles out later on. To this side now. Got that now. Now let's move our magnets to the side. We don't need them anymore. And let's remove our hinge. Okay. Now you want to pick up the film with the backing. All the way to the back. And you want to peel the backing away again. Careful, don't rip it. Once you have about 4 or 5 inches of the backing away, you can pull back your film. And slowly continue peeling the backing away. Once you get this middle part off, you can split it by cutting the middle. And you could do one side at a time to make it a little bit easier to handle. Let's do this side. Perfect. I just want to double check all your edges once again, like we did before we peeled the backing away. Here your edges are all overlapping. Down here, this corner, this edge right here and the back corner right here. So everything looks perfect. Everything's overlapping the edges, and we're good to continue laying the film down. Again, you want to do overlapping strokes all the way to this body line. Once you get to this body line, you want to take this a little bit slower, and you want to not just move across like we were doing, but you want to move across and down at the same time, back and forth, so you don't have any air left over on the body line. Do that on this side as well. And we want to continue now with the overlapping strokes. And you can do one side at a time. Once you get past this middle area, you can just do one side at a time. So now we're gonna just do this side. Go all the way down. If you have any leftover air that you see, you could just go over it. If you see you're about to get a wrinkle, like in this area, you can just lift up the film and then continue squeegeeing. Make sure you're squeegee it all the way to the edge. We're going to continue on this side now. Another thing you gotta keep in mind is you want the angle of your squeegee to be about a 45-degree angle, and that'll help you to not get any wrinkles or creases on the film. The body line here, it's not as aggressive as this body line, but you still want to slow down there and make sure you push down and to the side at the same time to have no air left over on that body line. Again, make sure you squeegee all the way to the edge so we have no air left over on the edges. So I'll just go over the edges one more time at the end. Right here. panel's fully laid on there now. So now let's make sure there's no air bubbles left by going over it with the heat gun. So you want to keep your heat gun about 6 inches away. We do have it set to high, and you want to keep constant motion. You don't want to stay in one area. If you see any air bubbles, like right here, I see one right there. You just push it out with your finger. And we're gonna go all the way down now. Kind of break it down into sections. And if you get a big cluster of bubbles, you can just use your squeegee to get everything out. Make sure you pull your heat gun back a little bit further. Last quarter panel. There's a bubble right here. Push it out. Put your heat gun far away. Push it out. Alright, so that did it. We have no more air in the film. Okay, so we're gonna start tucking in our top edge right here. You're gonna put your heat gun. We don't have it on high anymore. We have it on low. And we wanna heat up your edge. And just follow it with your finger. Follow the heat gun with your finger, so we can tuck in over the edge. Take your time with it, you don't have to rush. And we're just going over the top edge of the panel. Now that you have your edge rolled over, we have to use our squeegee to tuck it in. So come with your squeegee, and you want to go all the way down on the edge and come through like so. Okay, so this side. do on this side. All right, so tuck it in. And that'll make sure that the film stays permanently sealed. All right. Now before we tuck this front edge in, you're gonna grab your knife and we're gonna cut in between the top pillar and this quarter panel. Put your blade in between both panels. Slide it down. And you want to stop right where your pillar ends. You're going to pick up that small piece that's left over right to where the pillar ends. And you want to make a slice towards the front of the vehicle. Perfect. All right. So now we're gonna open this door. Remember, since we've masked it, the film is not gonna stick to the masking tape. So it's gonna be, this makes it easy for you to open the door so we can tuck everything in. All right. Open your door. Turn your heat gun on. Remember, we have it on low now, on the slow speed. And we're gonna do the same thing we did on top. Just go over the edge. Do it down here too. All right, we got that edge rolled over now. Now you come again with your squeegee and you finish sealing that edge. I'm gonna start in your corner and work away from the corner. All right. Now you want to use the hard side of your squeegee to do the final seal. And down here, you could just use your fingers, heat it up again. And just use your finger to go behind the film and seal it. Okay. Same thing back here. You want to use your heat gun to just go over the edge, and then we're gonna use our squeegee to seal it. Your corner, and then your bottom edge as well. Get your squeegee and seal it once again. Then this bottom edge, you could just use your fingers to seal it. So just get your fingers back there and seal it up. Make sure all of your edges are sealed. You could feel also if there's any creases or wrinkles on your edges. So our edges are sealed. This panel is pretty much ready. Now you can remove your masking tape and repeat the same process on the other side. All right guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.